Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Addie P's Real Estate Tea, where today I want to get into an article that I recently read coming from Spotlight PA. Now, just forewarning, this video mainly pertains to homeowners and renters in the state of Pennsylvania. So, sorry to any of my subscribers who are in other states. I do my best to cover national stuff as it comes. You may be able to stick around in this video though and get something like a little knowledge about what may be going on in your state, but primarily this is going on in Pennsylvania. So that's what this video is mainly about, but I will catch up with you all soon. All right. If you like what you hear in this video, please hit the thumbs up button as you also graciously do. Please subscribe to my channel. Also hit the bell notification to be notified of future videos on this channel. And you already know, if you're watching your girl from Instagram, drop her a heart, show her some love. All right. Now, the tone of this video, I'm going to try to keep my composure, try to keep my cool here, but I am pissed. This article outlines what did not happen with the PHFA program. Now, in this video, in this article, it outlines the fact that the allocated $175 of CARES Act money that the state of Pennsylvania was granted months ago, and that was allocated to the PHFA to oversee basically this program that was supposed to provide rental and homeowner relief in the light of COVID. So basically, if you were behind on your mortgage, if you were behind on your rent, you could get up to 6 months of relief. Now, as a homeowner, most homeowners probably had already kind of reached out to get some forbearance and so forth, but that still may not have been enough. But at least if there was some kind of program like this that was in place, they were able to get it. Now, what this article is saying that only that there is $108 million out of that $175 million that was unused and that will not be going back to homeowners or renters that are in need, which is just infuriating. I mean, to me, I just can't fathom that you had that much money at your disposal. And I'm talking about this PHFA and also the other folks that were overseeing this program. And they tried to, of course, throw these county agencies under the bus by saying, oh, well, they were overwrought with phone calls. But okay, well, guess what? When you put a program like this in place, you already know that you're going to be inundated with phone calls and so forth. So hire some more people, get some more seats in the desk there. So that way, when they're answering phone calls and so forth, put a protocol in place. And I know good and well that they had ample time to do that. I'm not going to sit here and pacify the situation and act like this is okay. This is not okay. So now the folks, the probably hundreds of thousands of renters and homeowners who were really relying on the fact that this program might work out for them, they're out of the loop for good. And the $108 million that is just, oh well, you can't use it, it's going to the Department of Corrections. Now, don't get me wrong, okay, they're saying that it's going to be allocated towards payroll expenses and things of that nature for those who are and healthcare workers who may be in have been affected, with COVID, whether they themselves had it, whatever the case may be. Now, I will link in the description box the article, so that way you all can, read up on it or whatever the case may be. But I just had the need to really talk about it and just how rotten this was. Now, they're saying that Now, I did a video months ago about this program, and I thought it was great. And in fact, there were some clients of mine that were able to partake in it and so forth. At least the landlords were able to get paid. Some homeowners, I do know two homeowners that were able to partake. But what about the rest of the state of Pennsylvania that people may have needed some mortgage relief, or a landlord who is now delinquent on his mortgage because his tenant unfortunately could not pay him or her? So, I mean, it's just ridiculous. So, like I said, in the beginning of this, 175 million was allocated. Out of that, 25 million was to go to homeowners for their mortgage relief, and the other remaining 150 million was to go to renters. Okay, great. Well, on the rental side of things, there was a lot of red tape, and renters had to prove that that their income was impacted in the way that 30% or more was lost due to COVID. Okay, well, the problem with that, which they outline this in the article, is that if you were laid off or you lost your job and your job was no longer there and they were closed, then there was no way to verify this in some senses. And don't get me wrong, of course, any type of program that you put out, you're going to have the masses that are good, that really need it. You're going to have a few bad apples that are using and abusing. That's a given. But I mean, come on. The state of Pennsylvania, or I should say PHFA, really messed up on this. But I will say the state of Pennsylvania, because then after the fact, after all that's said and done, and I'll loop back around to the point that I wanted to make, but PA legislators voted in November that, oh, well, since this $108 million is just kind of sitting around, we're going to shut this program down, because they had extended the program out until November 4th, not really taking into account too much at the fact that county agencies that were basically the forefront of this, helping to facilitate paperwork, interviews, whatever it may be that they were holding, that they were the ones who basically were inundated. They did not have enough staff. They didn't have enough. So Governor Wolf had basically stated that he would put some measures into place to simplify that. But that was in November. The program was already done on the 4th. So a dollar shy, a day late type thing. The help was not there. So again, what do you do? So now here we are in December, and these numbers, by the way, the article was on December 18th that this came out. They're still tabulating numbers at this point, saying that roughly 108 million was unused. Now they're saying that other agencies outside of the PHFA program, that they're going to do the same with unused funds and so forth. But the thing is, there are still people that need the help. Do you know how many renters and slash landlords who needed this program were blocked out of it? And to me, I feel this way. If that much money was left over, talking on landlords and tenants for a moment, then why did they not increase the amount that they were giving to these landlords? Because that was another issue on the flip side of this whole thing, is that a lot of landlords did not want to participate with the program. Now, here in the Lehigh Valley, I'd say the average median rent price for, say, a 2-bedroom would be about $1,200, $1,300, depending on where you're at in the Lehigh Valley. Okay, well, this CARES Act is saying in the verbiage that they were only covering up to $750, and that the landlord had to forego the remainder amount of that. So that's a decent chunk each month, especially if that's up to 6 months that they're covering. So to me, instead of going and just saying, well, forget it, and I've mentioned this in other videos, some of these landlords should have stepped up and took their money. So if you didn't get it, that's on you. But $750 opposed to no $150, like I said, sounds a whole lot better. So you should have really gotten involved in the program. So that's my take on that with some of those landlords who chose to basically not participate in the program because the 750 was not good enough for them. Now, but going back to this program, if you're making it that difficult to have people qualify in order to get the help, then it's just a big mess. So basically, what you should have done is just said, hey, here's 175 million, do whatever you want with it. The hell with homeowners and the hell with renters and landlords, because that's basically what this article is stating. And there are other housing advocates that are listed in the article that are very upset about how this was handled, the mismanagement and so forth. But what do? You can be upset all you want to about it, but ultimately, how do you handle that? PHFA, and PA legislators just gave you the big shaft, okay? That's what happened. So to me, I feel that as a homeowner, and I did a video last week on some things that you could do to try to stave off or prevent foreclosure. As a homeowner, the state of Pennsylvania has showed you, if you are in trouble, this is what you can do. All right. As simple as that. All right. So basically, at this point, as a homeowner in PA, what I suggest is, if you have not already done so, contact your lender immediately. See what kind of forbearance you can get. There's still some time to apply for that, to see if you can get that 6-month extension if you already are in forbearance. Some are saying that you could do it up to a year. Contact your lender. That is my suggestion. In regard to tenants and what they can do, the eviction moratorium and foreclosure moratorium, because homeowners are included in that moratorium as well too. Unfortunately, at this point, there is no extension that has been, signed, sealed, delivered, stamped. However, I really don't anticipate that they will not extend that federal moratorium. So tenants, you're just going to have to hang tight. Right now, as of the time of me shooting this video, which is Sunday afternoon, we are still at December 31st for that moratorium ending. However, like I said, I really don't anticipate that will not come to fruition in regard to it being extended. Now, as far as a rental assistance and so forth, they're talking about that in the current stimulus talks that are going on, within the federal level. And they're saying that they are talking about $25 billion being allocated toward rent relief. Let's hope that if that is the case, that this trip around, that the masses are able to benefit from that, and they're not being locked out after a certain point in time because they don't have a piece of paperwork, or that a homeowner who just lost their job and is trying to do the right thing applies and says, and they get a thing saying, oh, well, you're going to have to wait in line. Come on. Who can wait in line for a place to stay? It's just ridiculous. So let's hope that if these funds are truly going to be allocated towards these types of programs, that this trip around, PA gets it right and doesn't give their tenants and homeowners and landlords the shaft. All right. Well, enough of that today. Normally my videos are upbeat, bubbly, but this right here, I really had to get into and just go in, because I think it's absolute nonsense. There is no reason why if these things could not have this program, if there were this many funds still available, that they could not have extended the program and just said, okay, let's rewind here, let's take it back a bit. We identify that these were the problems in regard to getting the application process streamlined, whatever the case may be. Maybe this is what we can do. I know for the tenant landlord side of things, there was paperwork that needed to be printed out. Same thing with the mortgage application. Some people don't, the mortgage assistance application, excuse me. So some people don't have printers at home. Is there something, a portal that you can set up online that someone can do it online? I understand, and I always say this, I'm a big advocate of, hey, if you need a place to stay, you damn well better step up and do what you have to do to make sure that you have a place to stay, if it means filling out paperwork and so forth. But I'm just saying, some people don't have it like that. So is there a way? Can you go to one of these agencies and there's a packet there for both the landlord and tenant to fill out? Maybe that would have been a start. I mean, I don't know. I'm just an ordinary agent, thinking outside the box here. During the middle of a pandemic when people need a place to go. So again, not to go too far off on a tangent here, just stating some of the obvious and hoping that, again, PA does not give our homeowners and our renters and landlords the shaft again when the opportunity presents itself, that we are able to get some stimulus to help stay afloat during these trying times. Well, I promise to bring you all some more material, keep current on these videos as much as I humanly possibly can. If I do not see you all video-wise in the next couple of days, please have an awesome Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'm sure I'll see you before New Year, but definitely do your best to at least enjoy the day, enjoy the moment. Until then, you all have a blessed day. Take care.